Hey everybody, this is Beth Budisheim. And what I have for you today is an intuitive art reading. And what it is an art piece that I've created to bring through guidance and messages for us at this time. You'll see the image behind me, and I'll also show you close-ups from time to time. So just to start with, let me point out some of the symbols and imagery in this art guidance piece. In the very background is the mountain with the stars above it. There is the new moon on the right side, the path with a fork in the road, and the rose traveling along the path, leaving trail of petals along the path, and the water. And on this side too, you'll see the rose looking at its reflection. And so we're going to talk about these and what the guidance is for you and all of us at this time. So first, there's this really strong, obvious theme that we're talking about is your path and how you've been journeying your path and the path that you're on and gaining clarity and sort of the transformations and processes that are happening for you along your path. And there are different stages along the path. And so this is a message of where have you been? Where are you now? Where are you going? And it's very affirmative, that you're in process. There's this process of travel and journeying, and know that, every step along the way is bringing supports and what you need. There may be times where you come to the fork in the road, and this message is speaking strongly of that. Many of us may have come to a fork in the road where there's a choice point, and the choice may involve letting go of some things. So the rose leaving its petals is shedding some things that it's been carrying. This could be shedding situations that you're ready to let go of. It can be shedding relationships, letting go of just parts of yourself that you are molting away as you rebirth. So there's a lot of positive here and a lot of kind of message of lightening your load, lightening what you're carrying. And the ways to do that is letting go, allowing things to be what they are as you journey forward, allowing them to have their place in time where they were with you. But there's this process of the letting go and the shedding of different things. Could be different areas for you. What have you been letting go of? What is your transformation and blossoming into what's next? Asking you to move forward from and away from. And as you do that, it's kind of like creates this energy behind you that helps you move forward. So this trail of petals behind also too feels like it's creating the path, it's enhancing the path, it's helping you. It's an energy behind you that's helping you move forward. So let these things that you've experienced that are changing or shedding or shifting, let them feed the movement forward. Let it be fuel for what's happening for you. You may, many of us have had some time on the mountain, up on the mountain, which represents a place of being and not doing. It represents, the mountaintop represents sort of those spiritual aspects, connection with our higher self, time just being, time possibly alone, reflecting, time with spirit, and engaged with spiritual practices. So if you have not spent some time on the mountaintop, this is a message of a place along the path to visit that's going to help you move forward, help you with some clarities and your path and knowing where you want to choose when you come to the fork in the road. These stars here at the top, there's guidance there. You are supported, there's spiritual support, there's beings and energies and support, your angels, your the core within you. The star also on the mountaintop, we connect in with our inner essence and our truth and our core essence and what's really real and true and pure for us beyond all the kind of masks and illusions and everything of that in the world. It's really coming to the core and reaching in for those core truths that are beyond right and wrong and beyond polarities. So real transpersonal on the mountaintop. We connect with the transpersonal, right? So those transpersonal core essence qualities, acceptance, love, peace, serenity. So find what is that mountaintop experience and information that you either have accessed recently or you need to go and access. What is that for yourself? And then your travel along the path from there will be clearer, much clearer. So the rose here, if we see this as representing ourselves as we journey and travel in life, lightening its load, and self-reflecting. So here's like a reflected image here of the rose. It's seeing itself more clearly. The reflective image here is in black and white. So there's more clarity. When things are black and white, it's like, okay, we know. We have that clarity. So there's this point along this path where there's this pause almost where it's very self-reflective, really looking, self-reflecting is a really important message here for us. The new moon in the image is also a very internal place. The new moon really sinking into the void and the internal and grounding down into the ground. And can be a place of really reflecting and getting little seeds to plant of truth, of clarity, or what's next. And in this image, the rose is kind of held at this point between the new moon and the water and this place of self-reflection. So it's been moving along this path, but there's not much we see beyond that in this image. There's this sort of holding point. And one of the messages is in this image is to allow that point, to pause, to reflect, but we don't want to get stuck there. So there's also a message of not getting stuck there. So if you have felt like stuck, the message is it's time to now take what you've seen, what you've accessed, any information, self-reflection, clarity that's brought, that you need to now move forward. So the image shows us different points and where are you at? Where have you been? What have you been experiencing? What part on this path and this image is speaking to you? So do you need to go to the mountaintop, have some spirit time, seek guidance, connect with your inner core light, um, have some just being time of just being and not doing? Do you need to let go and allow the shedding and the letting go of maybe certain people, places, things, situations in your life, and parts of self too? Um, do you need to self-reflect, pause, and have you been stuck there? And do you need to move forward into what's next? What's the next scene here after this point where the rose is in this image? Um, so if you are feeling stuck, there could be some fear of the unknown. So there's this message of moving through fears and stepping into the next screen. If this image was like a movie, moving through the fear to what's next. So let's do a little moment. Close your eyes. Imagine that there's a rose in front of you. And just notice, observe this rose. Notice anything that you notice about your rose. I want you to receive a rose image just for you. What's its color? Where are you in relationship to this rose? Are you kind of looking up at it? Are you right eye to eye with it? Are you a little above it? Does it have a certain color? How open or closed is this rose that's coming for you right now? And just invite this rose to relate with you, this gift of this rose. And as you bring your presence to the rose, just take a moment to observe anything that might happen or shift. So whatever's happening, just go with it. And you can spend some more time with this later. I know this is real brief here. But as you've allowed this process, this experiment, this exercise with the rose, whatever happened, whatever you observed, and then whatever happened, and as you would spend some time here with your rose, how might that be an insight or guidance for you about something that you need or that's available to you, or a next step, or some sort of guidance? Okay, and then I encourage you to write that down and maybe even do this again with a little more time. And so as we close, I want to invite you also to now raise your arms above your head, connecting with spirit, bringing that down into your heart space, and open your hands at your heart space like an open blossomed rose here at your heart space, and just invite the beauty and gifts and the sacred medicine of the rose into your heart space. And you may want to do some work with rose. if you have a rose essential oil, or go buy some roses that you can smell. Anything rose, there's rose hydrosols that you can get and put a few drops in your water if it's a high quality hydrosol. And working with the image of the rose. And also, you could work with rose color in your energy field, filling your energy field with the rose light. So Rose wants to work with us for a little while. And now placing your hands over your heart. And thank you all so much. If you would like a session with me, the link is below. It's bethbuddhisheim.com, or may change to colorfulvisions.com in the future. But I offer different sorts of healing sessions and intuitive sessions. And if you like this video, it's helpful. If you like, hit the like button. It helps it get YouTube in the YouTube system. So thank you so much, and I wish you a very, very beautiful day, and I'm looking forward to next time. Bye.